And you said.
What?
And you said.
Welcome back to When You Said. Dean of Students, Burwell Howard, sent an email to Northwestern undergrads questioning students' behavior off campus. Are you a bad neighbor?
I mean, certainly noise violations in the middle of the night, students coming back drunk, rowdy, can wake them up when they have to go to work the next day, probably isn't doing a lot to foster good student-neighbor relations.
If the midterm weeks are done, like, people go out and have drinks and stuff, it might be noisy for the Evanston residents.
I mean, we can't get loud, and we like to have parties.
I had a teacher say that she lived next to a student and her yard was trashed every day of the week.
I would say most of the problems come when the weather's a little bit nicer and students are out drinking, at parties, and they're walking through the sidewalks.
Last week, I was walking down the street, and these two guys kept calling me. I don't even know them. They kept calling me, and they wanted to offer me drinks as well.
I have next door neighbors that are extremely loud and they have parties probably 3 or 4 nights a week, and it doesn't disturb me so much.
Someone, at some point goes out and does something that they regret, but for the most part, I think those seniors are good guys.
I feel like, hey, they're almost done, they want to let loose, because, we don't really go to a party school, so I feel like they figure they struggle all this time, they might as well party.
The guys I know personally are not too bad. They're all good people.
I feel like we do a lot with the community anyway, so as far as like community service and stuff like that, we're good. It's just the noise pollution at night on the weekends.
I think the most important thing is just trying to be a little bit more considerate. If you know you've had a little bit to drink, try to pull yourself together as you're walking home at the end of the night.
They need to see the damage that they leave behind sometimes and not figure someone else will do it or someone else will pick it up or someone else will take care of it.
Just try to show respect for them as neighbors. As you would hope that when you're older, people would show respect for you when you have to get up and go to work in the morning.